The Harwoods love their family time. But sometimes parents John and Olga just need a good old-fashioned kid-free date night.
You love your children, you want to be around them, but there's times where you need to have adult time too. And if you don't, obviously, then it starts to tear into everything else.
But since they just moved here from out of state, they didn't know any babysitters. So they jumped online and stumbled onto this website, sittercity.com.
In 2 days, I had a babysitter.
Here's how the site works. Parents pay $39.99 to join, then $5 a month to use the service. You post the babysitting jobs you have available, and then the sitters come to you, sometimes in droves.
I was overwhelmed because in my mailbox I had 20 plus responses, so it was hard to choose.
The Harwoods narrowed down their choices and decided on Becca.
I'm in school. I go to University of Portland, and I am majoring in fine arts communications and minoring in entrepreneurship.
She's also a freelance photographer, works part-time at Starbucks,
Close your eyes.
and still has time to play makeover with 10-year-old Anastasia, who gives her new sitter rave reviews.
She's very nice, and she gives me someone to play with when my parents are gone, because you get kind of bored of them after a while.
John and Olga are thrilled too. They never knew finding someone they could trust with their kids could be so painless.
It's just nice to know that it's so easy to find a good sitter. It's not a heartbreaking process, and it doesn't cost you so much money.
Don't go away. Another Parents TV on-demand video is coming up next.
It's a learning experience.
This is a little of what life's like for the Simpsons, a real family that includes 4 kids. The parents feel overwhelmed.
I can call her during the day, and usually I can tell from the tone of her voice what kind of day it's been.
So we brought in famed author and child care expert Dr. Charles Fay, who helps parents raise their kids with something he calls love and logic.
The key here is that showing them that there's some sort of consequence, showing them that really when mom ain't happy, ain't nobody going to be happy, thing. But we're doing it in a very, very loving way.
And here's the unusual part. He says if your child misbehaves, you should go brain dead.
You got to master the ability to, when they're starting to pull you into something, go brain dead.
When the kids start whining, mom and dad should repeat one phrase.
One that I really like is, I know.
Another is, I love you too much to argue.
Parents tell us that if they can just stick with using one statement like that, it doesn't take long before the kids know they aren't going to get anywhere.
And he says children should only get one warning before you calmly discipline them by taking away a toy or a privilege.
Guys, I was thinking about taking you to the park, right? But I got to thinking, you drained out all my energy yesterday with all that whining.
So, how did it work?
Less fighting, we don't nag, we say it one time and they know if they don't do it, it's uh-oh, bedroom time, and there they go.
Don't go away. Another Parents TV on-demand video is coming up next.
What are you doing?
I'm moving away.
Where are you moving to?
Backyard.
Let's face it, most parents learn as they go. And in our house, we've learned to really dislike whining.
Why don't you ask like a nice big girl? Oh, that is so much better than crying about it, isn't it?
That usually works with my almost 3-year-old Evie. Another thing we use a lot, positive reinforcement.
That's a great idea. That's cooperation, isn't it?
I found making a big deal about good behavior has an amazing effect on my 6-year-old son Jackson. Of course, when you have kids, big messes seem to be unavoidable. Something we've learned that works really well is making a game out of everything. Sometimes they'll work and not even know it. On your mark, get set, go! If I turn cleaning up into a beat-the-clock competition, the kids will usually scramble to pick up their toys.
Hey, great job, guys! I don't know about your kids, but my kids always seem to need me the most when I'm on the phone.
Here's a tip someone gave me that really works. First, my son draws a question mark. When I'm on the phone, he can hand me the drawing and know that when I'm finished, I'll come track him down to see what he needed.
Evie, are you flying? Yeah?
I may be just a little biased, but I think my kids are great. And while there may be a few bumps along the road...
What are you crying about, Sissy?
That is not alright.
Oh, I love you guys.
For the most part, this parenting thing seems to be working out just fine. But you might want to come talk to me in 10 years when I'm raising teenagers.
Careful.
Thank you for watching Parents TV, Our Families, Our Lives.